Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Destiny and welcome back to the tutorial. So in this one, we're going to go ahead and start working with creating community posts, and from the back end logics step by step, as you can see, that's between the 7th thing that we're going to be doing over here, create community posts. So firstly, we're going to create a form in forms.py to do that, and in order to do that, you're going to open up the code editor, and you remember we'll be working with the forms. So I'm just going to get back here and I'm going to create a new class, and this one is going to be community form, something like that. So I'm just going to say class, and we'll call it community post form, or just call it whatever you want. And this one is going to inherit from forms.model form. Okay, so it's pretty much inheriting from forms.model form because we imported it at the top there, or else it's not going to work. Okay, now after we've done this, we could just get down here and create a class meta. So I could copy this one to actually speed it up. And over here, I'm pretty much going to pass in the community. So that's what we're looking for, community. And as you can see, it imports it automatically at the top over there. Now, another thing I'm going to do is get rid of all these other fields in here. And I just want to stick with the image. And also I want to pass in content. So you might be like, okay, Destiny, what's going on? And as you can see in the community, we've got content and we've got image. So that's just the fields that we want to show a user. We don't want to show a user channel, because if we show them channel, then they're going to see thousands and millions of channels. Then they're going to start looking for their own channel to post the community posts to. Okay, but instead we want to automatically get their own channel and post whatever and send whatever they are posting to the channel. So that's pretty much what we are doing. That's why we show them only two forms. Hey, come on user, only what we need is your image that you want to post and the content. We're going to handle the rest of the things at the views.py. So now we are done with this. We need to simply hop over to the views.py, and we're going to start working with creating the community post. So just like we've been doing before, it's going to be almost the same thing with creating a video or editing a video. It's almost going to be the same thing. So just down here, I'm going to create a new function, and we could call it create community post. So I'm going to say create community underscore post, and it takes in requests. And over here, we could just pass in, actually I want it to take in request and also channel underscore ID. So why am I passing in channel ID? That's because I said earlier that I want to get a channel I want to get like the owner of the channel that's trying to create the video, or sorry, I mean the community post, and I'm going to append the community post to their channel, okay, and not append it to everyone's channel, or actually manually look for their channel or allow them to look for their channel. So hopefully you understand. Now we get a channel, we could pretty much just copy this channel thing over here, and we've been doing it a whole lot of time in this video, so we could just copy it and paste it down there. And we could also say user should be equal to request.user. Okay, so after we've done this, now we could just go ahead and check if the request.method is equal to post. So we could say if request.method is equal to post. So we could go ahead and copy what we've got before, but I want to actually just type it down and explain why I'm typing. So if request.method is equal to post, what do we want to do? We want to get the community form. So we're just going to get to the top and import the community form over here. Alongside this, I'm going to import the community form, and just down here we're going to say if request.method is equal to post, what do we want to do? We're going to say form should be equal to community form, and we just want to pass in the request.post, and also we're going to pass in the request.files. Okay, so hopefully you get the gist. Now after that's done, there is a problem actually. I'm gonna get back to the okay, let me just break this out from here, and I'm gonna run the server again to make sure that everything is working fine. Okay, that's it. So when all this is working well, we pretty much passed in form should be community form, and we grabbed onto whatever data the user is passing in into the form right from here. Now the next thing that we could do is go ahead and check if the form is valid. So I can say if form dot is underscore valid, then you guys already know what's going on. It's going to go ahead and check if the validations are actually met. Then we're going to say new underscore form should be equal to form.save, and this time around we want to say commit should be equal to false. That is because we want to append some things to the to the new form before we go ahead and finally save it to the database. Okay, so now we're going to say new underscore form dot channel should be equal to, now new underscore form dot channel should be equal to channel. So take note, we've gotten the channel that's going to be creating the video, or rather, I don't know why I keep calling that video. So we've gotten the channel that's going to be creating the community post over here. Then we'll simply say new underscore form dot channel, which is this channel over here. I'm going to come over here, which is this channel field. Then we'll simply assign it to the channel that we got over here that's going to be creating it. So after that's done, I think that's pretty much it. We'll just go ahead and say new underscore form dot save. Simple as that, no strings attached. Now that's it. So I want to get one more thing, and I'm gonna say post underscore id. This post underscore id should be equal to new underscore form dot id. So I got id in from the new underscore form that we created, just like the way we got channel, the way we got this image, the way we got content, the way we got date. There is an invisible field at the top over here that is called id, but we can't see it with our human eyes. Okay, so I think that's pretty much what we want to do. We're going to go ahead now and return a message dot success. So I'm going to say messages dot success, and we need to pass in a request, we need to pass in an formatted string. You can actually get rid of that, it doesn't really mean. Then we're going to say post created, or you can just say post created. So I'm going to say post created, and that should be it. Now we need to go ahead and return redirect to somewhere. So we're going to say return redirect. Then where do we want to redirect to? We just want to redirect to the channel dash community dash detail, and also we want to say channel.id. okay, so we're going to say channel.id. then we also want to say post underscore id. So let me explain what's going on. So when we create the post, by default, you know, the post doesn't exist. So now when we create a post, we want to go to the post detail that we've just created, right? So what we'll say is come over to the channel community detail, which is actually going to get the post detail, and it's going to look for two arguments. One is going to look for the channel ID, and it's going to look for the post ID that you should go to. So that's why we got the post ID over here. Okay, so that's it. Now we could go ahead and just write a simple else statement if the request method is get, and this one is going to be community form, and you could just leave that empty, it doesn't really mean. And I'm going to copy this context and template thing, and I'm going to paste it down here. That one should be form. This one should be I call it create post. So create dash post.html, and that should be it. So now let's go ahead and create a URL for it. I'm just gonna get to the urls.py. Hopefully that's close by. So after that, I'm also gonna say edit video URL. So I'm adding this comment for the sake of you guys, so you don't get confused. Create community post URL. Now over here, I'm just gonna pass in the path, and I'm gonna say I want to create dash community dash post slash, actually we could even say channel slash create community post. Then it's looking for the channel ID, so we need to say channel underscore ID, just like that. It doesn't matter how you put this, you could put anyone first, you could put anyone last, but I'd recommend the channel ID should be at the end. Okay, so after we've done that, we could say views, dots, then I think we could just pass in the name of the feed that we created, and if you remember, that was create community post. Now we want to say name, so name should be equal to we could just say create post. I think that's more easy to remember. Now this is running perfectly well. We need to look for a place to append that link. So now when we come over here, now we'll come over to community, and we need to just put the create thing somewhere here. Maybe we could just put it somewhere here, or we could even do it at the top over here, right? So let's just do it at the top. Now I'm going to get to the let's say we could do it at the video detail. It doesn't really mean. Now we've got, let me look for video cam. Actually I could do that in the index, because the index is where I usually love doing all this kind of stuff. Remember, we called it create post, so we don't forget that. And over here I'm just gonna pass in another one, and I want to say, could I just say plus? Let me see, that's an icon that actually exists. Actually, I want to get back to the home page. So plus doesn't exist, as you can see. So I'm gonna just get rid of that and refresh. That's what we've got now. If I calm down again, and that's what we've got. So I'm gonna say plus. Actually need to see if there is any icon like plus. And what if I say add? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So we're going to be using this one to create post. Okay, and what if I say image? So let's just use image. And okay, I'm being indecisive here, obviously, so I'm just gonna say add. So I want to use that add thing. Now for this, I'm just gonna copy this and put an a tag and paste that in there. And in this URL part, that's where we want to pass in the URL name. So I'm gonna say URL, and this one is called create posts, if you still remembered. And I think that should be it. It should look for something. Yeah, you know, the channel ID. So for that, we just gonna say think we could just say what we passed in there is video. We just say video dot user dot id. So hopefully that's it. It's working well. There is an error. Well. So what should be the problem? We got create posts. It's looking for the channel ID. So now we need to actually see what we passed into the index.html. Rather, we need to see what we passed into the index in the views. So I'm going to open up views.py. I'm going to open up core, and I want to look for the index. Okay, so in the index over here, what we're passing in is just the video. Now okay, I think what I could do is just come over to the index. I could say request the user.id. Okay, so that is pretty much gonna get whichever user that's logged in is gonna get their channel, and it's gonna try posting into it. Okay, so when I hit this plus sign, it's working. Now we need to go ahead and create a template for it. So I'm gonna copy the template name that it's looking for. And I'm gonna come over here, right click, and paste the template name. This should work perfectly well now. Okay, there is a problem because this template name is supposed to be in the channel, and now it should work well. So I'm just gonna copy the upload video.html. We're gonna be using that and put it in the post. And yeah, we should be using something like that, or even if not exactly the same thing, we're gonna get rid of some of the things that we don't need. For example, we don't need a video, we're gonna get rid of it. We don't need a visibility. Okay, where's that? That's the right content. Actually I don't need that, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't need the visibility, I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't need the video, I say bye bye to it. I need the image. Actually I don't need the tags. And I think I need a description. I need a description. So for this one, I could just say form.content. Okay guys, so that's it. It's working. And if I say form.content over here, let's see what we got to. So that's it. I don't need that one. Bye bye, it's gone. Now I'm gonna get rid of the script tag. We don't need it also. So that guys, that's pretty much what we've got. Now let's go ahead and create this. So for the description, I'm gonna say I will be making a Facebook clone after the YouTube clone tutorial, something like that. Then we can say who's hyped about it. Okay, who's hyped. And you can put in a thumbnail if you want. It's not compulsory, but this one is just for like an image. You know, if you want to have an image over there in the post, then we could go ahead and publish this. So what do you notice? It's published. And what do you notice? It says I'll be making a Facebook clone after the YouTube clone tutorial. Who is hyped? Simple as that. Now we could put a comment over here. We could say put in a comment and hit that. As you can see, the comments get posted. We could delete a comment. We worked on all this in the last video. Hopefully you guys still remember. We could like this. All this is working dynamically. We don't have to build anything for it again. It's all working cool. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. We went ahead and worked with creating posts from the front end and not the admin again. So as you can see, gradually we are shifting everything from the admin to the front end. And in no time everything is going to be done. Okay, so in the next video we're going to go ahead and start editing the community posts, so that when we hit on the post, we could edit it. Let's say there was a typo or some, then we're gonna go ahead and edit the post. Okay, so hopefully I'm gonna see you guys in the next video where we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. It's really gonna be amazing. You don't want to miss it. Do make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, and also check out my YouTube channel. The name is TestFix. So until then, mad love, peace out.